All right, we're back. So I just sprayed this edge. Sorry, I got my shadow in it. So what I did though is I went ahead and just peeled back a little area. I sprayed it with a small sprayer. You can see here that it got some overspray, but here's the thing, you guys. Here's what I've learned the hard way. So maybe it'll help you. If you're gonna do a touch-up area like this, like I had a little breakthrough over here, not the good kind of breakthrough, but I had a little breakthrough, saw some primer here, right? Little touch. If you tape it off and then spray it, of course, you're gonna have a tape edge. You're gonna have a paint tape edge, and then you have to sand that down. It's really hard to feather that in to the rest of the paint without creating another issue. And that's what happened to me. I tried to tape this off. I thought I was smart. Just tape it off, paint it, and then take the tape off. But then you get this hard edge all around it, and you try to feather it in, and then you end up taking paint down around it, and then you have another breakthrough next to the one that you just fixed. It's like whack-a-mole. So what I did is I just focused right here, right? This is the area that needs paint. Do that, and then now I have natural kind of overspray tapering out. You can see, I don't know how well you can see that there we go. Right, so there's some overspray here. It's not a big deal. I'll just sand that down. I'm not gonna touch the edge. I'm gonna try to leave this edge. Just don't sand it, you know, and then cut it at the end. But I just have a little bit of overspray on here. You know, that'll come off pretty easy. So I think that is the best way to do it. Just spray, don't get it all over the place, but just let it sort of naturally spray out, and then sand that, you know, as you normally would. Leave the edge and just be done with it, so you don't have any hard edges. Anyway, that's where that's at. Let me show you what's going on under here. I just went ahead and painted. I had some of the Eastwood I think it's called underbody black, and I just painted this panel and this cross support. I decided to leave this the way it is. I'm not going to get into painting all this stuff, but I got this all ready for the differential to go back in. So this is all done. It's rust treated and prepped. And then over here, I got the differential back. And what I did is I went ahead and just prepped this with some paint. When I got it back, it wasn't the best work, to be honest. The guys had left a lot of sealant like sticking out around the edge. I know it's not a big deal. I just like things to look good, you know, and be right. And the good news is this is super tight. So they actually forgot to put on one of these dust guards off on the yokes, and so I had to take it back, and then they got another one, put it on. I don't know why they lost one of my dust guards, but they did. Clean this up. Oh, it's heavy, man. Clean this little tag up, little nostalgia there. What else is happening over here? That's about it. I just wanted to show you that I cleaned this up and say how the shop, unfortunately, they do good work, but when they delivered it, they had just sprayed like over the rust. And so I got this back, and I took a wire brush like to it, and immediately like a lot of the paint just came off, and there's just rust underneath. So I probably should have prepped it first before I gave it to them, or just tell them to not paint it, because nobody's going to do as good a job as you, unfortunately. Even though the shop does good work, I mean, there's no play in this now. It's super tight, really good on the internals, but the external stuff, you know, they're just going to slap some paint over rust, which is not what you want. All right. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm going to wait for this stuff to dry in the back. I got to give that a couple days, but I got these starting to buff out. I've got the deck lid, you know, working on that, and this week's really nice out, so I'm just gonna keep chipping away at things I need to do. But that's what's happening. All right, check in with you guys later.